You know, 4 or 5 years ago, we had the chairman of the board perform, which was pretty amazing. But Jumpstart puts on as good a show, maybe even better.
And in with the theme of the Evening in the Heart of Tuscany, we have an opera singer who will be singing Italian love songs out in the Hall of Fame area at the Myrtle Beach Convention Center where the event's going to be.
It's a brilliant idea.
He's going to be singing Italian love songs, playing the Tuscany piano.
Sounds like I need to get a date for this.
Well, I think I would,
yeah, wow.
But the event is at the Myrtle Beach Convention Center at the Sheraton.
At the Sheraton Hotel there,
And it's going to be February the 23rd.
Very nice.
And the event will start at 6:30 this year. And if you want to stay overnight, you can, of course, the Sheraton has some special rates there for you as well.
Great.
So call them, because if you're having a good time, you probably want to stay overnight and just continue on having a good time throughout the night.
Do you know those rates, or maybe not yet? They haven't set them?
Don't quote me on it, but I have heard $89 is what I've heard. Yeah, $89.
Wow. So would folks want to call the Heart Association to confirm that, or they want to call straight to the hotel?
They want to call straight to the hotel and talk.
They want to make sure, of course, they can get tickets first. Right.
And that's what we're doing a little bit different this year also. Instead of just getting or buying tickets as we've done in the past, we're limiting the individuals to 750. So by doing that, we're really focusing on sponsorships. So by doing that, we are focusing from presenting sponsor, which is $25,000.
Oh my God! You have to throw that out.
At $25,000, all the way down to the patron sponsor level, which is at $1,000.
Great.
So we're not just selling tickets; we're calling them reservations for the first time this year.
Nice,
And of course, once you purchase your sponsorship at $1,000 or above, close to the event, we will have those tickets sent to you or delivered to you.
So if you do the $1,000, that would cover a couple as patron sponsors. And you call them reservations, but it's not a reservation to pay more money. I mean, it is just you've covered yourself.
And for example, for the patron sponsor, which is at $1,000, that's for a couple, for two. They will they could also purchase additional tickets after the first $1,000. They could buy 2 more tickets for $200 each.
Okay. So they can get 4 tickets for $14.
Right. And if you, for example, if you were bronze sponsor, and we'll show this in a minute, if you're bronze sponsor, you would be 6 reservations or 6 tickets for that level, and some other things which I'll discuss in a minute.
Right.
They could purchase 6 additional tickets, up to 6 additional, at $200 a piece. So that's kind of how that works.
Very nice. Well, we don't have much time, Charlie. We've got 8 or 9 minutes, so we want to make sure we're able to highlight some of the tremendous sponsorship. And of course, with Vicki tomorrow, we'll talk about some of the both live auction items and silent auction items, as well as just how the auctions work.
Okay.
And I know you've got some highlighted items that people can begin bidding on even now.
Right.
But talk about some of the sponsorships since we're 5 or 6 weeks away. It's the date again.
It's February 23rd.
Okay, Saturday, February 23rd at the Sheraton. But they need to pick up the phone and dial 282-2932.
That's correct.
To go ahead and sign up for either the patron sponsors or some of these other sponsorships.
Yes. And with the lowest one, which is the patron sponsor, of course, that's 2 reservations for 2 individuals. You also get a box of Tuscany-themed cards.
Great.
Nice note cards with, of course, it'll be this Tuscany theme.
Yeah, sure, I can hold that up. Yeah, sure, while you're doing that.
And also they get a set of personalized Tuscany-themed wine glasses. And I have one. I have 2 here. So.
Ooh, Charlie's Vineyard.
Yeah, that's right. I went ahead and had an example of it made.
Those? Yeah.
And these are custom made.
They're very handsome, Charlie.
But this one has, of course, my name, Charlie's Vineyards, on there.
It's very stylish. I don't know if viewers can see that very well, but you and I sure can. Charlie's Vineyards. So now, are they all going to be Charlie's Vineyards?
No, unfortunately, they're not. But they're going to have whatever the patron's name is. They may want their last name on there.
It's a brilliant idea, Charlie.
It could be, Everett's Vineyards or Myrick's.
How about Greg's?
Greg's,
Greg's
Vineyards.
Or the Mayor Rhodes Vineyards.
Exactly. Whatever the patron wants on those glasses, and they really are neat. And they'll be customized and of course delivered to the individuals for the sponsors.
I like that.
Different things that we're doing this year. When you start at the bronze sponsorship, which is at the $3,000 level, you get, which is new this year, we're having a Heart Ball publication, and that's being put together for us by Brandon Advertising.
Thank you, Brandon Advertising.
Yeah, very much so. 4 times a year, every quarter, we'll have this publication go out to over 1,000 companies and individuals, so we can stay in contact with our sponsors
during the year.
And their ads will be in there because they were a sponsor, and they can change their ads every quarter.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So they got things going at different times of the year. You can just change your ad. And, of course, depending on what size sponsor you are, depends on whether you get a full page, quarter page, half page. Of course, you get the front cover with the Myrtle Beach Herald. But that's going out 4 times a year.
That's a brilliant idea, Charlie.
Well, plus, we can stay in contact with our sponsors and the people who support us.
And
plus,
those are being mailed by the Heart Association.
Be mailed by us and be professionally done by Brandon Advertising.
Right.
And you can also, with that, with it being mailed out, like I said, change your ad, and we're also going to have information in there about the Heart Association, some latest, greatest research that we're doing in the community, in the state, and nationally. So we'll have some information in there about our sponsors, but also about the Heart Association.
That is fantastic. Yeah. What a great idea. And, of course, the ability there, I'm sure for a lot of sponsors, they want to see if that thing's going to come off well, because if it does, it's going to be a lot easier to ramp them up the next year.
Correct.
Knowing that these quarterly publications are coming out and they're promoting their business well to 1,000 other business owners.
Right.
I mean, that's a real thing. I'm sure you'll have a lot of sponsors for the first time that see that as a fringe benefit for just wanting to get tickets to get into the event, as it'll be a more exclusive event. They'll be monitoring those publications, and if that comes off well, I bet you're going to have no trouble getting a lot more sponsors the next year and year after year.
And that's the whole idea, because the event has gotten so large, and it is such the event. We want to make it more exclusive and more that the businesses want to be a part of it more and more.
Absolutely, yeah. What great thinking, Charlie.
Well, thank you.
You've got some other sponsorships, I think you said, and the great thing is these are so reasonably priced for the bang. I mean, the bang for the buck's about as high as you can get for the premier black tie event in the area.
$5,000, $3,000 for sponsorship, you get to go to the event. Your name's going to be in the program. Your name's going to be in the quarterly publication.
Right.
For advertising dollars, that's very minimal.
That's very small. You ought to raise the prices, Charlie.
Well,
I'm glad you
didn't. Next year.
Yeah, that's right. Glad you didn't raise them too much. The little Myrtle Beach Herald is enjoyed its 4-year, now 5 years of presenting sponsorship. Right. It's been a great run.
And that's what I want to talk about. As I said, the sponsorship packet was mailed out on January the 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
And they're being mailed out to 4,800.
Hold that up. 4,800. I'll hold that up for you. That's great.
4,800 businesses here in the Waccamaw area.
That's right.
And
very
of course,
nice.
It's the evening in the heart of Tuscany.
I love
presented by Myrtle Beach Herald.
I like that group. Well, you don't have to promote the Myrtle Beach Herald anymore. We have gotten tremendous exposure already.
Right.
From this wonderful year after year, but this year we're seeing a real interest there.
But inside the packet will also be this brochure, this one here, along with a letter from our committee welcoming you back or thanking you for being a sponsor. And there will also be in there a pledge sheet that you can fax back to us. And for the first time this year, you can pledge your sponsorship to be paid June 1st. So you don't have to pay it until June 1st, unless you want to pay it ahead of time. Or you can make monthly installments on that.
Good. And that's probably a smart idea. Absolutely. I mean, that's probably a great idea to give folks the opportunity to pay a little bit at a time.
Exactly.
But to make sure they are paid up by June 1.
Right.
That's fantastic. I mean, that's not too far from now. 5 months from now.
Right.
June 1.
But you can spread out, $5,000, $1,000 a month, which most businesses can
Or for
afford.
$25,000, they could do 5 a month.
That's right.
You've got some other sponsorship levels, and I'm glad you highlighted that. I think you said the silver sponsorships at 5, but even the gold sponsorship, very reasonably priced at $8,000.
Correct.
The great thing there, as you said, for those quarterly publications, they'd get a half-page ad in that publication going out direct mailed to 1,000 folks. If you just amortize that over 4 publications at, let's say, $1,500 or $2,000 a quarter, that's a great way for them to justify it, and then everything else is free.
That's exactly right. And also in the brochure, it talks about why you should be affiliated with the American Heart Association and why you should be involved. And more or less, it shows that 90% of employees whose companies have a cause program feel proud of their companies where they're employed by doing that. So really, the employees want their employer to be involved with us. So that's another reason that we put that right in the brochure for everyone to see this being mailed out to them.
These are very handsome. I'm just so glad you really got this stuff out early, and not to take anything away from past years, because we've had tremendous events year after year. As you know, it's only gotten bigger and better, and now it's going to be a little smaller but better as well. You continue the tradition of year after year getting better and better.
It's our 14th year.
Wow, Charlie. What's the goal?
$330,000 is the net goal.
Wow.
So we'll probably have to raise right at $400,000 to cover all of
$400,000, Charlie. That's
right.
A lot of money.
Right.
That's almost $500,000.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why it is the
next
event.
year they're going to be talking to Charlie about, hey, Charlie, we need $500,000 here. Yeah.
It's possible.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very exciting. You've got some other tremendous items. We want Vicki to talk about them tomorrow, or I'm afraid we're running out of time. But how about a couple of key auction items?
We've got some great auction items coming up this year. Of course, Red Line Power Sports. I know that you hold that up again.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Has been a very good friend of ours for many years, and this year they are giving us a Sea-Doo.
Right, right.
And, along with the trailer, and you can bid on that item at the actual event, or you can bid on it ahead of time. They're getting called that same phone number we've been talking about, 282-2932, and you can bid on that now. That's kind of a...
I hate to say it, Charlie. It's your birthday, and we have run out of time. And so we're going to have to get Vicki Talbot in tomorrow, which is very exciting, the auction chair, to highlight much of this. But again, happy birthday, Charlie.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for all your help.
Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Charlie Myrick, the Senior Area Director of the American Heart Association, coming up next. You know, normally for birthday boys, he's the one getting the presents. He's the one getting the presents. Charlie shows up this morning on a Monday morning, his birthday, and he's handing out presents. Handing out presents, and we're the recipients, all the folks in the area, folks that are concerned about fighting heart disease and stroke, folks that are concerned about making a difference in their community, giving back to the community. Charlie's giving you a way to do it. And he gave you an easy phone number as well. Pick up the phone, 843-282-2932. That is the Heartball line, 843-282-2932. The birthday boy handing out presents. You heard some of those tremendous sponsorship opportunities. This will be an exclusive event. They're capping it at 750 people. The place is the Myrtle Beach Convention Center, tied into the Sheraton Hotel there. The date, Saturday, February 23rd. The time, 6:30. You better write this down, 2/23 at 6:30 p.m. And a great simple phone number, 282-2932. The birthday boy handing the prizes out. Come on out. It'll be a great event Saturday, February 23rd, the American Heart Ball, the 14th annual.